Hello, it's Catherine. I said on the previous video that I was going to make a series of videos giving some tips and suggestions, ideas for when you're dealing with breast cancer. If you didn't listen to the other video or didn't see it, I just got diagnosed with breast cancer and I'm about to have a double mastectomy in a few days. So I'm going to be video blogging some things that I learned through the course of this whole thing and as I continue to learn. Anyway, so I'm very grateful, like I said before, that we have these tests that can find these things when they're early on, because the earlier they catch it, the better your chances are for a great recovery. There is some things I read about mammograms that which I didn't know, which I feel silly not knowing, is that mammograms use a low dose of radiation to be able to take those images and see what's going on in the breasts. Now, those doses supposedly, and this is according to the cancer.gov site, they are small, so small they are not going to cause cancer by a single exposure. However, repeated exposures can cause cancer. So, according to the American Cancer Society, they say that women from 40 on should get regular mammograms. So I don't know about you, but I would like a different option, because if I'm gonna, have one of these every year, that's gonna increase my risk, right? So, and I've been getting them ever since I'm 40. So I was in my naturopathic doctor's office, and I learned about this other option. It's called thermography. They use a infrared, I'm reading it, infrared thermal imaging camera, and they take a baseline photo of, with the part of your body, so this would be the breasts, and they'll be able to see based on the colors. Let me see if I can give you an example. They would look a little like that. They take a baseline to see everybody's body apparently gives off a little bit of radiation, so the camera picks up where the hot spots are, and they'll take a baseline picture, and then in 3 months they'll take another picture and they'll see if anything's changed. And wherever there have been changes or they see hot spots, then they would recommend that you go get a mammogram. If everything looks fairly normal, there's no changes, then you should be okay, and maybe you can skip the mammogram that year and reduce your risk of exposure to radiation. I mean, every time you get an x-ray, you're exposed to radiation, and just think about how many times you got your teeth x-rayed, and a chest x-ray or a bone x-ray, any kind of thing like that. So we are exposed to bits of radiation. It all adds up. So you want to always question and talk with your physician and find out exactly what the risks are versus the pros, and make your own decision, and be your own advocate. If I had this to do again and I knew about thermography, I would have gone first for that, ever since I had been suggested to have everything checked. I would have, originally years ago, like, I don't know, like when I first turned 40, I would have started getting thermographies, and then they would suggest, mammograms if they saw anything different. That's what I would do. So you can Google that to find a practitioner local to you. I found one in Ringwood, New Jersey, which I think is probably going to be the closest for my friends and family in Morris County. But if you would like that name of that person, I'd be happy to give it to you. I'll actually put it in the comments below. But I'm sure there's many others. It's a non-invasive, no radiation. It doesn't squish you, so you don't have to feel awkward or uncomfortable about going in and getting squished. It's just they take a photo, so it's very, it's like a no-brainer. And it's supposedly inexpensive. I haven't had it done, so I can't say, what it's like personally or what it costs around, because I haven't had it done. But I would recommend looking into it, because I certainly would, if I had known about it earlier on. So that's my tip for today. Again, it's called Thermography for breast screening. It's safe, radiation free, and you don't get squished. You don't get the girls squished, so it would be probably a lot more comfortable. And then if they see anything, then they move you on to the other tests. One other thing I learned is that for women under 40, because the breast tissue is still very dense, mammograms really don't show much. So the doctors and the radiologists, they can't really read much from it. It's more effective when it's done on women who are in their 40s, 50s, because then there's more fat tissue versus the density of the breast tissue, and then they could actually see more. For younger women, it's not very effective, a mammogram. This is something I just learned as well. So another thing, so if your doctor is recommending it, talk to them and ask them why, and ask them about thermography. Ask them what they know about it. Maybe they know someone they can recommend. So definitely the bottom line here is be your own advocate, ask questions, educate yourself. It's your body. You only get one life. Have a great day, everybody.